Welcome to the Weekend Warriors channel. For this video, I'm going to modify this van for the Diecast Mafia April van challenge. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I know I'm going to modify it. I'll do something interesting, something I haven't done before. So, in the meantime, I'm going to get this thing taken apart, get the paint stripped if it's metal, which it appears to be, and then I'll get it ready. And see you in a bit. Okay, I stripped the paint on the van. You can see I've got it primered with some gray. So my plan here, I'm going to camouflage this one. I've seen people do this before. And what you do this in several different colors. You take some masking tape and you just tear pieces off, make them like kind of non-uniform. And try not to give it any straight edges, right? We're just going to make this nice and round. And I'll show you what I got here. So I just kind of tore this piece off. And I'm just going to stick this on there. It might be a little too large. We'll see. But you'll do this like, depending on how many colors you're going to do, right? So you get your base color. I'm going to add 3 more colors to this. So I'm going to add a piece here. I'm going to just keep on adding pieces. They can be smaller, larger. You can cut. What I initially thought was, I'd get my scissors and I'd cut nice pieces out with really irregular shapes. If you ever look at camouflage, there's a lot of round pieces and stuff, right? So you can get your scissors. It's probably going to be a little hard to do with something this small, but get your scissors so you can add some nice round shapes. Try to get this on there as good as you can. And when you paint, from what I understand, you want to hold it kind of far away. I did not invent this technique, just so you know. I've seen quite a few people on YouTube do this. This is not my thing. So if you take a moment, you go look around the interwebs, and you can find a lot of this, right? A lot of people are doing camouflage, so it's nothing new. So anyone can do it. It's cheap, right? You just get a few different colors. I think this one's just going to be some standard camouflage paints that I bought from Walmart. They're all rattle can, just cheap stuff. But you can use some wild colors. What I'd like to do is do like an urban type of camouflage with all kinds of crazy colors, and you could do some neat stuff. So I was going to have my daughter help me, but she's not here right now. She probably would have enjoyed this. So this is what I did. I added tape everywhere. This is going to mask the gray, and then eventually I'll peel all the tape off, but I'm going to do layer after layer like this. So I'll spray the next layer, and then I'll add pieces in between, and I'll get some cool camouflage. And I've never done this before, but I have seen a couple videos on it, and this is basically what you do. You just keep repeating the same process until you're done with the colors you want to use. All right, well, I'll be back. Okay, so the van has been thoroughly painted, and I don't know if you can see all the bits of tape on there. And now we're at the point where we can take off this tape, and we're going to see how this is going to look. And this is going to take me a few minutes to get all this tape off, because there is a lot. And hopefully it doesn't destroy my paint. And hopefully in the end, you'll see a cool camouflage pattern. There is going to be a lot of tape for me to remove, and you'll see that here in a moment. Alright, so I'll cut to the finished project, or the product, once I get all this tape off, and you'll see how it looks, and hopefully it doesn't look too terrible. I'll be back. Okay, here it is with all of the tape removed, and as you can see, I left a cool camouflage pattern. Hopefully I got all the pieces of tape off. It can be hard to tell. You see there's some bleed around the edges, and there's some lifted areas, because, obviously some areas are going to be thicker than others. But it did turn out to be a pretty cool pattern. And originally I was thinking I would color in the windows black. I still might. I've kind of torn on it because I'll lose some of that camouflage. But I think it'll still work. And I've got some black paint I'm going to brush on to the bumpers and to the windows. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, let's get some brush strokes on this, and let's see if we can clean up these windows and make them look just all black. And the cool thing is, if you make a mistake at this point, it's going to be hard to tell. It's a cool little challenge for myself. I like to try new things, and when I learn things online, it's cool to try to implement them yourself, and it's something you'll have in your own personal toolbox when it's time to do something else, and you say, oh, why don't I try that camouflage trick again? That was kind of cool. And you see my paint really has a lot of topography there, so it's one of the problems with brush paints. But I've seen someone online, I don't remember who it was, he uses brush paints, and he does tremendous work on his cars. He'll paint the whole car with brush paint, and I can't do that. I can't get it as good as he can. I'm trying carefully not to get the windows on the other side messed up. But yeah, there's somebody out there that does an awesome job, and I just can't remember who it is right now. All right here, I don't know if you can see, there's a slight line where I believe that's the tail light all the way down. From far away, that looks pretty good. From far away, right? We'll leave it like that, and I won't overdo it. But there's my camouflage vehicle. I'm going to assemble it. I'll be right back.